Hello, and welcome to the Great North Gardener. Here, you can find help in starting and creating a garden for your home. Now, if you're anything like me, you love a good garden party, a bit of outdoor fun, maybe a cheeky barbecue when the weather's nice. But there's nothing worse than a soggy lawn, waterlogged plants, and you know, that squelching sound when you walk across the grass. Not the one. That's why, in this video, we're going to dive deep into 9 easy ways to boost your garden's drainage. We'll be covering everything from simple DIY fixes to some more, let's say, elaborate ideas for those of you who are feeling a bit more adventurous. So grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get those green thumbs going. First up, we're going underground with the French drain. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Basically, we're going to create a little trench, like a secret tunnel for the water to escape through. So, you're going to dig a trench along the area where water tends to collect. Make sure it slopes downwards, away from whatever you want to protect. Then line the trench with some landscaping fabric. This stops pesky weeds from clogging things up. Next, we're adding a layer of gravel for the water to flow through. Now, for the star of the show, the perforated pipe. This bad boy has holes all over it to let the water in. Lay it down in the trench on top of the gravel, and then cover it up with more gravel, and finally, some soil. You can even lay some turf over the top, and boom, no one will ever suspect a thing except maybe the water, which will be making a swift exit, of course. Right, let's talk raised beds. They're not just trendy, they're practical too, especially when it comes to drainage. Imagine your plants living their best lives, high and dry, away from all that soggy ground. Building a raised bed is a bit like building a mini garden within your garden. You can use wood, bricks, stones, whatever tickles your fancy. Just create a frame, secure it properly, and then fill it up with a lovely, free-draining soil mix. The beauty of raised beds is that the excess water just drains away down the sides, so your plants aren't left sitting in a pool of their own misery. Plus, they look pretty swanky too, adding a bit of structure and height to your garden. Now, let's talk about soil, the foundation of any good garden. If your soil is more like clay, you know, thick and heavy, it's going to hold on to water like it's going out of fashion. That's where organic matter comes in, like a superhero sidekick for your soil. Adding stuff like compost, leaf mold, or well-rotted manure is like giving your soil a magical makeover. It breaks up the dense particles, creating lovely little air pockets for the water to drain through. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to wear a soggy old sponge on your head, would you? No, you'd want something light and airy. Same goes for your soil. So, be generous with the organic matter. Your plants will thank you for it. Chapter 4. Rain Gardens, where beauty meets functionality. Okay, get those creative juices flowing, because we're about to get a bit fancy with rain gardens. Now, these aren't your average flower beds. Rain gardens are designed to capture rainwater runoff from your roof, driveway, or any other hard surfaces. Basically, you dig a shallow depression in the ground, making sure it slopes downwards towards the center. Then you plant it up with beautiful, water-loving plants that can handle a bit of a soaking. The rain garden acts like a natural sponge, absorbing the excess water and slowly releasing it back into the ground. Not only does this help with drainage, but it also creates a haven for wildlife and adds a touch of natural beauty to your outdoor space. Chapter 5. Dry wells. The secret underground vaults. Alright, time to channel our inner builders again with dry wells. These are like underground storage vaults for excess water, hidden away beneath the surface. Don't worry, they're not as ominous as they sound. To build a dry well, you'll need to dig a big hole. And I mean a big hole. Line it with gravel or a perforated plastic container, and then cover it with a permeable fabric to stop it from getting clogged up with soil. The idea is that the water flows into the dry well, hangs out for a bit, and then slowly seeps into the surrounding soil. It's a great way to manage large volumes of water and prevent flooding in your garden. Chapter 6. Permeable pavers, the sneaky solution for patios and paths. Let's talk patios and paths, shall we? Now, traditional paving can be a bit of a drainage nightmare. All that concrete and stone just creates a slippery slope for water to run off, leading to puddles and soggy lawns. But fear not, my friends, because permeable pavers are here to save the day. These clever things look just like regular pavers, but they have tiny little gaps between them that allow water to seep through. So instead of water running off your patio, it percolates down through the pavers and into the ground below. It's a win-win. You get a beautiful patio and a well-drained garden. Chapter 7. Swales, nature's water slides. Get ready for some landscaping lingo swales. Don't let the name intimidate you, they're actually pretty cool. Basically, a swale is a shallow ditch, or channel, that's designed to slow down and redirect water flow. You can create a swale by digging a gentle slope in your garden, following the natural contours of the land. The idea is to intercept water runoff and guide it to a specific area, like a rain garden or a dry well. Swales not only help with drainage, but they can also add a lovely natural flow to your garden design. Chapter 8. Aerating your soil, giving your soil a breather. Alright, back to basics with a bit of soil aeration. Now, we've already talked about adding organic matter to improve soil structure, but sometimes your soil just needs a bit of a breather. Over time, soil can become compacted, especially if it's walked on a lot. This compaction squeezes out all the air pockets, making it harder for water to drain through. That's where aeration comes in. You can use a garden fork to poke holes in the soil, or if you're feeling fancy, you can get yourself a lawn aerator. This will create little channels for air and water to penetrate, making your soil happy and your plants even happier. Chapter 9. Water-loving plants embracing the dampness. And last but not least, let's talk about plants. Yes, some plants actually love having wet feet and can help us combat drainage issues. Think of it this way, if you can't beat them, join them. Instead of fighting against the dampness, why not embrace it with some beautiful water-loving plants? There are loads of options to choose from, depending on your taste and the conditions in your garden. You've got your classic bog plants like irises and ferns, or you could go for something a bit more exotic, like cannas or elephant ears. Just do a bit of research and choose plants that will thrive in your particular climate and soil type. So, there you have it, 9 easy ways to give your garden the drainage it deserves. Remember, a well-drained garden is a happy garden, and a happy garden means happy gardeners. I hope you found these tips helpful and feel inspired to tackle those drainage dilemmas. Don't be afraid to get creative and experiment with different methods to see what works best for you. And as always, if you have any questions or tips of your own, pop them in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more gardening goodness. Happy gardening!